Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Seesaw or Chris, and today we're talking about Tiny Blue Games in 2022. This is going to be a quick channel update video. You're probably going to watch me do some leveling of my Dark Knight in the background, something productive at least. So there is that, but it's going to be a pretty quick video. I want to talk about how 2022 has been going so far. It's about halfway through the year, and one of the things I wanted to do when I did that update video at the start of 2022 was check in and see how things were going. Because although I don't think it's a good idea for content creators to look at their stats daily, it's definitely important to take a look at your channel and your analytics over the long time and see how they're doing, right? That's a very important step just to gauge if the content you're putting out there is delivering the way you hope it would. So let's recap on kind of the major changes we made at 2022 at the start of the year. We shifted gears and went to 3 pieces of content per month with an emphasis on more streams. In particular, just looking back at the stats here, in 2021, we did a total of 12 streams, which was exactly 1 stream per month. Whereas in 2022, we've done 14 streams so far. So we're trending, to 2 per month and above at the moment, which is great. However, taking a look at the actual channel health, we've so far lost 111 subscribers throughout 2022. So we have actually just shrunk as a community throughout this year so far. Typically just a small amount of bleeding of subscribers per month, but taking the time to stop and look at all this, you can clearly see that this strategy isn't working in terms of growth. Now, in terms of the actual enjoyment and the content I'm putting out there, I'm very happy with the content. I'm very happy with the games I'm playing. I've enjoyed the live streams we're doing. I think live streaming story content has been one of the best decisions I've made for the channel. I just think there's got to be a different balance in terms of live streams and videos, because I'll be honest with you, the live streams are great in terms of community engagement and the playthrough and stuff like that, but they don't have the potential to grow as much as videos do. So finding a balance there is really important, because I find what I've defaulted to now is almost doing too many live streams and kind of saying I could do a video or I could just do a stream. And I think that's a fine decision sometimes, but I think sometimes I rely on it too much. And it's not that I don't want to make videos, it's just that there's a lot of planning that has to happen, right? A live stream, you sit down, you start things up. Yes, you might run into technical difficulties and stuff like that, but it's going to be, 2 hours of content or an hour and a half of content, and you're going to be working for roughly an hour and a half. A video, there's a lot more voice recording, editing, and stuff that goes in the background, but I think the end result is quite a different beast, and I want to be able to produce more content like that as we continue throughout 2022. So I've laid out the stats, I've laid out what's happening, and it's time to talk about the change that I'm going to implement for the rest of 2022. As with the last video, any update to the channel isn't like a permanent set in stone thing. I want to keep checking things and see how it's going and adjusting, and more than anything, be transparent with everyone in the community as I continue to adjust things. So there's a bit of good news, bit of bad news, and anyone who gets asked this says they want to start with the bad news, so I'm going to say it for you guys. We're going to start with the bad news. I want to scale back to 2 pieces of content per month, and I want to make sure it's 1 stream and 1 video. And I know that kind of sucks because it's less content, and that just sucks. But I think it's going to be good to force myself to do a stream and a video. To be clear, videos like this update video does not count as a video. I'm talking like big productions, or at least, about a game or games or something like that. But 1 stream and 1 video per month. And I want to really stick to that to make sure that I'm maintaining a level of videos and not just relying too much on streams. There's times where I might go above this. There's times where I might say, hey, I need a break, and you guys have been great in acknowledging that everyone needs a vacation. But yeah, that's what I want to scale back to. I don't think it'll be forever. It might be forever, but I think it's just, the elevated amount of traveling and busyness of the summer, as well as work's been quite busy lately, has just made it so I'm starting to get burnt out in terms of the content I'm making. Not in terms of the games I'm playing. I very much actually enjoy the places I am in terms of MMOs and stuff like that, but just switching gears for the summer feels right. And now let's get to the good thing, because I feel like I've been too focused on that negative part. The good thing. So with work being busier, I've actually invested in a webcam. And with that, I've been wanting to take a look at doing a face reveal and have my face on screen, which is nerve-wracking in itself, and I'm not entirely sure how well it's going to go. There'll be more technical hiccups, I'm sure, but it's something I think I want to introduce. And tentatively, I want to say that I want to do a face reveal that kind of introduces us into this face cam world with the first Shadowbringers stream that we're going to do. So not right away, but it's coming up pretty quick, as anyone who's been following the Final Fantasy journey could tell you. And yeah, I think it's something we're going to do. I know originally when we launched Tinybluegames 2.0, we had the very extravagant goal of, I think it was like 1,000 members for the face cam reveal, and let's be honest, that's not happening at this point. Realistically, I should probably evaluate the member goals and kind of adjust those for our current numbers. The members we have had have been so consistent and have really kept things going, and as I said, the content I have been doing in terms of streams, I've never felt the community engagement in the past that I've felt now. It's so strong. There's people that I see in streams, stream after stream, and it's been so much fun. I think it really has. This shift is strictly just to make sure I don't get burnt out, I think, more than anything, because it's one of those things where you can kind of see it snowballing. Like I'm getting lazy. I'm like, oh, we'll just do this. And eventually you do get burnt out. And that's where content creators go away for, an undefined period of time. And that's happened on this channel before. If you look at the history, and this is well before the Final Fantasy era, this is Wildstar era, this is Guild Wars 2, like way back when era. But there's been times where I've taken long breaks, and I'm trying to avoid that from happening. So this is me being transparent about it. Hopefully you all understand. I know at the end of the day, hey, it's some less content per month, and that's gonna be hard, but hopefully you really enjoy the content, because I'm excited to introduce the face cam and being able to you guys see my face and really get that next level of emotion and kind of, there's a language that you get through facial expression that you don't necessarily get just with voice. And I hope it brings something to the channel. I think there's a lot that I'm going to be able to do with that in terms of videos as well, which I think will be fun. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it was just a quick update. Like I say, I still plan to do a stream and a video throughout this month, and then continue on like this throughout 2022 and evaluate at a later date and see how things are going. That's the big thing with content creation. And for anyone who is doing content creation or thinking about starting content creation on any platform, really, just make these specific points in time where you evaluate things. Don't look at things daily, because that'll drive you nuts, but make these specific times where you sit back and you say, okay, how have things been going? Am I enjoying this? Am I wanting to switch things up? Because making sure you're happy with it at the end of the day is how you ensure that you're going to continue content creation for a long time. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks.